Culture Seth, good to have you in the chat. See if we get any more people. I'd imagine so. Man, we got all the people in here. Got Fergus, got the Greek Nightmare, the Grecian Frecian. I guess I could ping the team as a whole. That'd probably be a good call. Ping the Vipers here, and that was my bad. Cool. Get this going. Okay. Experts in this one. Looks like Omaha's a severe underdog. Unless you're Danny. I think you can win by 25, so all Omaha fans siding with Danny, I'm sure. Let's see. Oh, did I not? I didn't switch to QBs, did I? Because you had Dave Ferrari starting today. Think about that. You have to restart the program to get the depth chart changes to happen. I wanted. Is it gonna put Dave Ferrari in? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Forgot about Dave Ferrari. How could I forget? That was our weather setup. Helps Omaha, I guess. Might make a difference. Who knows? Yeah, we got a handful of viewers. Let's kick off. Right. Vipers elect to receive first, so it would be Miracle Robinson Jr. to return it. Omaha starts with the ball. First play of the game. It's a short throw to Hippopotamus from Abel Upcoming, who remains at the QB1. Upcoming held onto the ball too long for that one, so it'll make it 3rd and 9. And the receiver ran away from the ball, allowing for the Nightmares to jump on it and deflect it. 4th and 9. So, Nightmares get the ball back. Looking to run it with Gambla this time, not Peterson. And the fullback dive gets 8. A Ferrari fumbles the ball, and the Nightmares pick it up. Big Breacher credited with the sack. Not sure he actually got the sack. I think that's a mistake. Then Peterson running it on 3rd down. Not a great play call there. 4th and 12. So Vipers get the ball back on offense. They're near the 30. We'll see if they can actually get rid of the ball. Upcoming has enough time to throw it to Bubba Tree for a pickup of 2 yards. Had a better option, but elected to not throw it that way, as is tradition, so it'll be 2nd and 8. And then they lose all of that yards. All of those yards, I should say. Hayasaka in on the TFL. Quick flag, I think that's offsides. You're going to get it to Bubba Tree, but accept the penalty, so re-roll it at the 35-yard line, 4th and 4. And Upcoming hit as he throws again, so Omaha is going to pump this one back to the Nightmares. So Barcelona with the ball back here on offense. They are at their own 25. A Ferrari with time finds Ryan Moffitt. That is a gain close to the 1st down marker. It is 2nd and inches. A Ferrari is strip sacked yet again. Their offensive lineman Ferguson Pork does jump on the ball, so another strip sack for the Vipers. Cannot recover it again. 3rd and 11. And that is well covered by the Vipers, so Nightmares have to punt it yet again. DJ Murray will return it to the 35. Vipers on offense haven't done much. Their first run is Thomas makes some shifty moves to get a pickup of 6. I think that's the Vipers' longest play from scrimmage of the game. And Thomas adding to that, it's a first down, the first first down, I believe, for either team. And it comes with less than 30 seconds in the quarter. Sticking with the run, it's Thomas who's slow and steady but gets 6 yards. And they are on the other side of the 50 as we are at the end of the first quarter. So 2nd and 4 for this Vipers offense. We'll see if they go back to the pass. Haven't seen much from Uter Lighthorn. They will not. They'll run it with Thomas, who can't get much. Picks up 2. 3rd and 2 coming up. And it's probably going to be a battle of the 6-2 formation. Upcoming, back to pass, quick throw, and does not throw it to the receiver he should have. Instead, it is incomplete. So Caden Coleman will be on to try to pin it deep, but it'll probably go through the back of the end zone. And that is going to be downed at the 11. Peterson to run the ball for the first time, I think, this game. And that is a first down right away. 2nd carry for him. Another run to Peterson, but cannot get anything going. That's Eddie Money on the TFL. Peterson gets 5. Make it 3rd and 6. So the Nightmares haven't been super exceptional on 3rd down, and they prove more of the same there. Only picking up 5. They needed another 1.5 yards, and they will punt it again with Hato. DJ Murray to return this one to about the 27-28. Upcoming back to pass. Holds onto the ball for too long. 2nd and 10. Upcoming throws it, and Jamirico Robinson Jr. catches it. So their longest completion of the game goes for 7. Thomas gets the first down. You're not at safety today. There was no depth chart submitted to change that. So that's where it stood. 2-minute warning as the Vipers strung a couple first drives together. Look to put some points on the board before we end the half. And Thomas with a throw, or with a catch out of the backfield. Or Dust notice me. Upcoming, throwing it deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted by Jalen Thompson. Again, not a very good throw from this Vipers offense, and Nightmares get the ball back. Ferrari to throw this one, and it is dropped from Peterson. Such a great mechanic there. Awesome. 3rd and 10. And Peterson on 3rd down. Would not have gotten it, but somehow a face mask is called and declined. That's a thing. 4th down and 4. Barcelona to punt it again. See a lot of really exceptional quirks and mechanics here that are just really unrivaled in any other game. So on the 43, Omaha with 2 timeouts. Upcoming throws it to Thomas again, who catches it for a gain of 4. Upcoming throws it again, and that is dropped right along the sideline. Probably was going to be tackled very quickly, so 3rd and 6. Clock stopped at 50 seconds. They're going to run it on 3rd down, the eminent 3rd down run, but this face mask will be accepted this time for some reason. And so the Vipers get a fresh set of downs. Oh, just really outstanding logic and coaching. It's really exceptional. Fumble here on the strip sack upcoming was stripped away by Hayasaka, it looks like. The Vipers do fall on the ball, making it 2nd and 20. And there is a late flag as Lighthorn steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. So heads up football there. Penalty is accepted, so it doesn't matter either way. And so we're facing a 2nd and 30 for the Vipers. They're going to try to pass for it, but upcoming is strip sacked for the 2nd time this drive. A super balanced game we've got going on here. And so this will likely be the last play of the half as they pitch to Thomas. Gets a little bit, and that will run out the clock for halftime, and we'll be 0 apiece going into the 3rd quarter. The Nightmares start the 2nd half with the ball. And Dave Ferrari is going to quickly throw it to Keegan Furtado for a 1st down. And they have the ball up to the 38 now. Dave Ferrari is in the gun throwing it again. And another just exceptionally dropped pass by Lucas Peterson there. Make it 2nd and 10. There's a shotgun pitch to Peterson that does not go anywhere. Emperor Fuyakage credited with the tackle. And they are back to pass on 3rd and 10. And that is deflected by the defender. So surprisingly, the defender actually gets the deflection when they're in a leverage position over the receiver. And the Nightmares will have to punt this one away. Vipers with the ball back on offense. I think they actually have more yards than the Nightmares, except for all the times they've been tackled for big losses. Throw an incompletion there. One time the incompletion looked legitimate. 2nd and 10. Upcoming to throw it again. There's a flag. It's going to be a hold. And that will send them back another 10 yards. Upcoming to throw. And Lighthorn is tackled right away. So 3rd and 17 after a gain of 3. Gonna pass it again here. It's upcoming, just barely getting rid of it. And the Vipers will have to pump this ball away. Boris Polychronidus on the return gets the Nightmares out to decent starting field position at their own 45-yard line. They're going to run it with Peterson, who makes one miss and has some blocks, is down the left sideline, and gets a great pickup of almost 30 yards. I think that was about a 29-yard rush. And they are in field goal range. Nightmares looking to put the first points on the board in the entire game. As Grayson Gambla on the dive, it's 9, more than a dive you could say. 2nd and 1. Another Gambla dive, close to the first down, they give it to him. Peterson on the misdirection is hit right past the line of scrimmage. That will make it 2nd and 9. And Peterson again with some blocks. Does get the first down. It was very close. But Peterson picks up the first down, so it is 1st and goal to go at the 5-yard line. They pitch it out to Peterson again, but he is swallowed up well behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Clock keeps ticking. We are under a minute in this 3rd quarter. Still no points on the board. It's Dave Ferrari to throw, and Ryan Moffitt with the catch and touchdown. I believe that's Moffitt's first touchdown in Dev League. And the Barcelona Nightmares have put points on the board. So trailing for the first time of either team for that matter in this game, it's going to be the Omaha Vipers on offense. They start at the 24. Obviously, a field goal will put them on the board, but you have to think they want to tie it up. Upcoming throws it with time to Lighthorn, who gets a block, and Lighthorn tries to spin, but is walloped instead. Does get a pickup of about 20. Now on the 45, it's Upcoming to throw it again. And gets it to Noah Fart, who acted like he did not want anything to do with the ball, but did get enough to catch it. So, a 2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8. And Upcoming throws it. Lighthorn comes back to the ball, and that actually loses them a little bit. And we are at the end of the quarter. 4th quarter incoming, so let's see some fours in chat. It's a very close ball game, although I feel like I already know the outcome. 3rd and 9 coming up. Upcoming throws it to Lighthorn, who spins down the sideline and then errantly steps out of bounds. Super heads up play there to step out of bounds when it wasn't necessary. And they are down to the 40-yard line. So a pickup of 8. This is the best drive the Vipers have put together all game, and it could not have come at a better time. It's Thomas with the juke. Another one, and he is down to the 21-yard line after a first down pickup. Fresh set of downs for the Vipers. Yeah, 2 jukes. Wow, yeah, especially from the slowest man on the team. How about another one? Thomas with the juke after the catch gets down to the 6-yard line. So it is 1st and goal to go. See how the Nightmares play this one out. and they nearly intercept it. It was a terrible throw, but there is a face mask on God who knows what that is going to put the Vipers all the way down to the 2-yard line. And Thomas with the carry, instead of juking it to the outside, he jukes it to the inside. It was a risky idea, but gets him a yard. And upcoming to throw it again through the back of the end zone. And that is 4th down. So the Vipers will bring out the field goal unit to try to tie this one up. Who knows? This could be a bad hash. And it is. It's no good. Imagine that. So they missed the chip shot, and now the Nightmares have the ball on the 1-yard line. So DeFerrari to throw it to Peterson, who gets them some breathing room, and down to the 13-yard line. Peterson with another run, trying to milk the clock, gets about 9. So it's 2nd and 1. DeFerrari is going to pass for it. Hit as he throws, and it is off target. 3rd and 1 coming up here. This is a pivotal point in the game. And DeFerrari quickly throws it, looking for Furtado. And the Barcelona Nightmares are going to have to punt it away. E.J. Murray to return it to about the 40-yard line. So the Vipers with another opportunity to tie it up. They could not put points on the board last time. This time it's a good throw and catch to Noah Fart. Gets the 1st down and inside Nightmares territory down to the 48. It's Avo upcoming. Throwing it again to Fart, who has another 1st down. We've just hit the 2-minute warning here in Omaha. And this Omaha Vipers team is trying to tie it up there down to the 37-yard line with 2 minutes left and all 3 timeouts. Upcoming, throwing it to Jameer Robinson Jr., who wisely got out of the way of the football so the defender could have an opportunity to intercept it. Smart play, heads-up play there, 2nd and 10. And there is a hold on this one, but it's not going to matter. It's Aya Hayasaka with the INT, and that might just do it here. DeFerrari to throw it to Peterson, who picks up the 1st down, and yes, I think that will all but do it here. So it was a bit of an ugly game for Barcelona. 1 score was all they needed. And, yeah, the Vipers could not capitalize when they had a few opportunities. And Barcelona will come out with the victory here. So Barcelona adds on a field goal to make it a 2-score game. That is not a live ball, instead a touchback. So Omaha, with no timeouts and 45 seconds, are back on offense. But this game is all but over. That is Hunter Estrada, I believe, his first catch in the game there. Vipers figuring out the pass. A little too late. But they are still going for some points. You spike the ball, stopping the clock at 21 seconds in the fourth quarter. And upcoming, throwing it into double coverage. Could have been intercepted, instead it was not. 3rd and 10. And that pass is complete to Jamirico Robinson Jr. We'll see if they have enough time to call another play. They're in spike formation, and I don't think they'll get it off, and that will do it. 10-0 is the final in Omaha. Nightmares take care of business on the road. So, we turn to our final game of the night. Kings win, Kings right now. Here we go, here we go. Our experts in this one have the Narwhals as the favorite. Memphis is a bit of an underdog, although James is siding on the King side and thinks that Akuriri just doesn't have the talent to match up with Memphis. We'll see about that, James. Let's get this one kicked off. James knows something we don't? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out for James, but could be wrong. Feed Frosty, yeah, that could do it. As Luke Rogers will return it to the 32-yard line. Kings trying to open up with some scores. It'll be Ayadel under center, handing it off to Frosty for a pickup of 5 right out the gate. 2nd and 5. Ayadel in the strong eye. Hands it off to Frosty, weak side. Cuts it back for a pickup of 2. That will make it 3rd and 3. Ayadel will throw for it, and Frosty is hit right at the first down marker, yard or 2 short. And 4th and 2 coming up. So it'll be Manel Ardeline to punt this one away. Calvin Frost on the return. And Frost will get out to about the 20-yard line. Oh, Narwhals get the ball back after a good defensive stand. It's Ucker to throw this one. Sahil Qureshi not to catch this because that wouldn't make sense. So it is 2nd and 10. Ucker to throw it yet again, and there's a cluster of receivers. Nobody can catch it, and the throw was led too far anyway. So 2 straight incompletions for Ucker makes it 3rd and 10. Passing it again, it's Ucker bombing it deep, and that was dropped. Gonzo Leifson had a step and could have easily caught it, elected not to, and so 3 straight incompletions will force the Narwhals to punt it back to the Kings. It's David Vent 2 on the punt to Daddy Longlegs. And so the Kings take over at the 39. They will pitch to Frosty. And Frosty's going to cut it in and almost get to the first down. That is 2nd and inches now. Narwhals trying to stop the run with the 6-2 formation. It's Ayadel handing it off to Frosty, who just gets past the first down. So the Kings are in Narwhal territory at the 49. Frosty with another carry, gets some blocks, and up to the 41. It's a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And they keep feeding Frosty, and Frosty keeps delivering. Another first down carry for Troy Frosty. He's down to the 35-yard line. And Frosty, another carry, calling his name out a lot, and another good pickup from Troy Frosty, 9-yard gain. They were close to the 25-yard line, 2nd and 1. And the misdirection of Troy Frosty, who does not get much there, but just enough for the first down. So the Kings get a fresh set of downs. They haven't been very good on 3rd down, so they're just converting it on 2nd down. You know, makes sense to me. Troy Frosty can't escape the DL. Does get 4, though. 2nd and 6. Another run from Frosty, and he is stopped short. So some questionable ball carrier vision there from Troy Frosty. Does get 5. Could have had a lot more, I'd think, but it is 3rd and 1 nonetheless. So the Kings will run for it and get that, and then some. Down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and I don't think the Kings have passed the ball once on this drive, and it seems to be working. Frosty cannot cut it in to get the easy touchdown. Instead tries to bounce outside and gets hit from behind. Pickup of 2 or 3. And the Bonderman fullback dive will score the touchdown. So the Kings strike first here in their home turf, right as the clock hits 0 in the 1st quarter. And so the Memphis Kings will head into the 2nd quarter with a 7-0 lead, kicking this one away to the Narwhals. On the return is Gonzo Leifson, who may have dropped the touchdown earlier. He'll get the ball to the 30-yard line. Ucker hasn't seen the field much, only 3 plays and 3 incompletions. This time, throwing it into heavy coverage. 2nd and 10. So Ucker yet to complete a pass. We'll see if they try to run it instead. They will not. It's Ucker to throw it into traffic yet again. Make that 0 for 5. 3rd and 10. It's Ucker to pass. Dumps it off to Sehil Qureshi, who is close to the first down, but is stopped short. So their first completion gets them 9, but they needed 10. And will punt it away. David Vent 2. Patty Longlegs to return it again. And that is going to be Kings ball at around the 20-yard line. See if they keep running it to Frosty. And it looks like they will. Frosty with some room gets about 4. 2nd and 6. And Frosty with another carry and another first down. Troy Frosty has led this Memphis Kings team to their first 3 wins late in the season, and trying to do more of the same to get the Kings to 4 and 7. Frosty with the carry there will get them another 5 yards. As Frosty with another run and a juke. That is another first down. So 4 plays and 27 yards, all on the ground for the Kings, and it has been working. Frosty with another 8-yard pickup. That's going to make it 2nd and 2. So the Narwhals in a heavy formation try to stop the run. They cannot. And that is another first down for the Memphis Kings, who have no answer for Troy Frosty over the century mark. Frosty runs it for a gain of 8. That's going to make it 2nd and 2. 2-minute warning here in Memphis. Kings with a bit of a drive here. They're down to the 32-yard line of the Narwhals, and that time it is blown up. Elm Street blows up that play in the backfield for a 4-yard loss, the worst carry for Frosty of the night, and that's going to force the Kings into a 3rd down situation. As Ayadel throws it to Botterman, and the fullback is short. I believe they will bring out Manel Ardeline for what will be about a 48-yard field goal in the rain. Ardeline's kick is up, and it is good. It barely crosses over the crossbar, and that will put the Kings up by 2 scores here with 1:20 left in the half. Onzo Leifson to return this one. Gets to about the 32-yard line or so. And with all 3 timeouts, the Narwhals have plenty of time to put points back on the board. It'll be Ucker looking for Qureshi, who, defies the laws of physics and has the ball, reflect off of his hands faster than how it got there. So that is going to make it 2nd and 10. Third and 10 after that incompletion. And so the Narwhals face another 3rd down, and they will likely run it. Qureshi to run it, and hit by Roy Byleth, I believe. Kings call timeout, so they're trying to preserve some clock on the score here. And the Kings will look to have the ball near the 25. Yeah, see, the AI is a great idea that if they feel like they can't convert the 3rd down within the 2 minutes, then they're just going to run it. So, regardless of what your sliders are set to. So it's a super logical and super extraordinary mechanic. It's amazing, really. 2nd and 3 now for Ayadel, who is hit as he throws. And we'll make it 3rd and 3. Ayadel to pass it again, and throws it into a sea of Narwhals, no pun intended, Could have easily had a wide open receiver to the right side, but decided to not do that because that wouldn't make sense. And now the Kings will have to punt it away. Calvin Frost to return it, and the Narwhals, with all 3 timeouts and not a lot of time, could get in a field goal range, could get a touchdown and a deep bomb. We'll just have to see what happens. Ucker throws it, and through the hands of Bruno Bucciarati. Not sure what happened there. 2nd and 10 for the Narwhals. They have trips right. Ucker will throw it again, unsurprisingly, and Bruno Bucciarati hangs on to this one, but the clock will hit 0 as we hit halftime. Narwhals do start the half with the ball. Let's see if they can break the goose egg. They are trailing 10-0. Keep in mind, 10-0 was the same score of our last game. As Gonzo Leifson is going to return this one. So, on the 31-yard line is where the Narwhals will start this game out, or start this half out, I should say. It's Ucker throwing it to Koreshi, who does catch it in stride. An over-the-shoulder catch, not an easy one to make. And that will get the Narwhals their first down of the game. Ucker, back to pass, gets it to Brian Alexander Jr. for a pickup of 8. That is down to midfield. And Koreshi is blown up in the backfield. So, 3rd and 5 now for the Narwhals. As Ucker with time throws it to Virginia Emmett. Emmett's first catch of the game, and none bigger than that one. Getting a first down on 3rd down and 5. They are up to the Kings' 43-yard line. Ucker throws it, and a face mask out of nowhere is called on Marcus Hopkins. So that will give the Narwhals a fresh set of downs. They are inside the 29-yard line. Ucker's going to throw this one again. And looking for the pylon. Make it 2nd and 10. It's Ucker to throw the ball. And that will go through the back of the end zone, unsurprisingly. Ucker on 3rd down is going to throw it short to Bruno Bucciarati, who is not going to have the first down, and I believe they will bring out David Vent 2 to kick this 41-yard field goal. Makeable kick for Vent 2, and it slices through the left upright, excuse me. And so the Narwhals are within a touchdown now of tying this game up. Luke Rogers, not Longlegs, he's the punt returner. Luke Rogers to return this one. Only his 2nd return of the game. Will get the ball out past the 28 or so. Iadell under center to hand this one off to Frosty. Frosty only picks up 5, so maybe the Narwhals picking up on the game plan for the Kings, which is pretty much just run the ball. 2nd and 5 now. And they do a fullback dive to Botterman, who I believe has the first down. Iadell pitches it to Frosty, and Frosty with a lot of space gets a first down and a face mask on Calvin Frost, so a little Frost on Frosty violence here. And that will get the Kings all the way down to the 43-yard line. 2nd and 5 after that 5-yard carry from Troy Frosty, who is averaging over 5 yards a carry. This time Frosty does not get that 5-yard average. And that will make it 3rd and 2. So pivotal 3rd down here. The Kings are going to run for it, and Frosty is stopped short. It's Elm Street, who had an earlier tackle for loss, gets none bigger than that one, and the Kings will have to be punting. And so the Kings punt a touchback. If they were going to do that, they might as well have just gone for it, but nonetheless, the Narwhals get the ball back at the 20-yard line. Ucker, back to pass, throws it to Virginia Emmett, who makes one miss but cannot escape the other Kings defender. 2nd and 1. Pitch to Sahil Qureshi, who just gets the 1st down. And we get to the end of the quarter. Let's see some 4s in chat. We have a really close ball game. The Narwhals are back on offense with a chance to tie it up. And there is a lot of time left in this one as Ucker throws it into traffic instead of to the wide open receivers to the right, because that wouldn't make sense. 2nd and 10. Ucker back to pass again, and yet again throwing it into traffic, looking for Virginia Emmett, and that will make it 3rd and 10. Ucker is back to pass, gets it to Sahil Qureshi for a gain of 3, and I think the Narwhals are going to punt this one away. Long legs on the return, gets the ball to about the 25-yard line. Ayadel hands it off to Frosty. Gets 7 as time is slowly ticking away. Frosty with a carry and some space gets a 1st down. The Kings, the last few weeks or so, their game plan has been simple. We are going to run the ball right at you and try to stop us. As Bonnerman, the all-55 agility and break tackle and speed fullback, will make 2 juke moves, causing 2 defenders that miss and pick up a 1st down. Wow, how amazing. Second and 11 now for the Kings. It'll be Frosty with another carry. It's about 4. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Kings. Quick flag. I think it's an offsides. Ayadel with a lot of time throws it to Lion Nikita the 3rd. That penalty will be declined. That will make it 1st and 10. So they are down to the 30-yard line, and Otterman, another fullback carry. 2nd and 2 coming up. And Frosty with some space on the outside. Jukes one player. Gets tackled by Jean Paquette. That is 1st and 10 now. Kings looking to put this one away as the Narwhals use their 2nd timeout for some reason, stopping the clock at 2:03 on 2nd and 5. Roy Frosty carries it close to the 1st down. It's a 2-minute warning. 3rd and 2 coming up. So a 1st down will likely seal it. A touchdown definitely will. And instead they're going to throw it well through the back of the end zone, as is tradition. So 4th down and 2 coming up. Kings on to make it a 2-score game with this field goal attempt. Ardlion kicks it through, and that will make it a 13-3 ball game. A minute 54 left in this one. And the Narwhals will get the ball back with a timeout. So the Narwhals on offense, trying to throw underneath. That is dropped, unsurprising to no one. 2nd and 10. Ucker is back to pass, and wide open is Virginia Emmett, who is down the sideline and will get the Narwhals their first touchdown of the game. Such an effective route. And that will put the game back into contention here for the Narwhals. And the PAT is good. So, Narwhals have only one timeout, and they are going to go for the onside kick because they cannot afford to give the ball back to the Kings. And they do not recover the onside kick. It is Daddy Longlegs coming up the clutch. Ayadel to pitch it to Frosty. And the Narwhals use their final timeout. So the Kings don't look to kneel it here. Instead, they'll show up in the weak eye. Pitch or hand off to Frosty, who gets a first down and seals this one. Victory formation here for the Memphis Kings, who are going to pull out with a victory, 13-10. Keep in mind, the last time the Kings and Narwhals played, let's see what, I think the Kings won 23-3. So Kings win a bit closer game, but seem to have this Narwhals team figured out. As we look at the standings, with this win, the Kings will be tied with the Vipers with the same record, both at 4-8. The Narwhals drop back to 500 at 6-6, and of course the Barcelona Nightmares well in command in the Dev League with 10 win and will actually be the only team to hit double-digit victories. So that will do it for us. Yeah, I guess James knew what he was talking about. Made us eat our words, but a great game from Troy Frosty there. And Kings played pretty decent defense throughout most of the game too, and that will do it. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you later.